What got you interested in diet and nutrition?
Well, that's a great question. I actually changed careers from doing computer programming into nutrition. And what really did it for me was just when I developed a personal appreciation for how the quality of foods we ate and our eating habits could really impact our day-to-day energy levels, as well as help us have a healthy and happy life. And I just really became inspired about helping people make habit changes that were similar to the changes that I made for my own health and wellness. And I guess I just wanted to pay it forward. But as a dietitian and mom of now 2 young girls, when it comes to back to school time, I am super worried and stressed about how I can pull together nutritious foods that are also easy to bring together. And so I'm really excited to show you some tips today, including this new Zespri Sun Gold kiwi fruit, which I'm just super excited about the nutrition and the taste package.
Awesome. Well, that was my next question.
Sure.
Is actually about back to school, and what are a few common breakfast mistakes parents make, and do you have any quick and healthy breakfast tips?
Sure. So one of the mistakes I find that parents make is just wanting to skip breakfast because they're so short on time. And when they grab something convenient, it's not necessarily nutritious for them. So I will show you the simplest breakfast shortcut you can possibly make. You're going to take one Zespri Sun Gold kiwi fruit. You're going to cut it in half, and then you're going to serve that up. And it's so easy to scoop it out. It comes from its own package. You could even eat it at the car at the bus stop if you really had to. And that's at least some nutrition that they're going to get. They're going to get as much vitamin C as an orange, as much potassium as a medium banana, and also a unique enzyme called actinidin, which helps with digestion. And when we digest our food is when we absorb all the nutrients. So it's real important to kind of get our fiber and our vitamins and minerals as well. So that is kind of like a super shortcut that not only goes for breakfast, but also in the school lunch box as well. I also love the idea of smoothies, and I'd love to show you a recipe for a smoothie bowl that I created, which is just a little bit of a twist on smoothies, if you will. So is that okay to show that to you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I love smoothies. So let's
Okay,
use
right.
smoothies.
So we all know like our typical smoothies, and that's a great idea. The Sun Golds go great in smoothies. What I did is I kind of put a twist on it, and I made mine like a chia pudding. And so that has chia seed, it has Greek yogurt, a banana, one Zespri Sun Gold that's been cut and scooped, a little bit of orange juice. That goes in the blender, and then that's going to be the base. And what I love about that as a base is that it can last several days in the refrigerator, so it's going to be a real time saver for you. So we've got that in the bottom of our smoothie bowl here, and then from here it's just a matter of layering different ingredients. So we'll add some more Sun Golds. Again, we got that sweet tropical taste. It's like a cross between a strawberry and a mango. It's very interesting and different from the green that's more tart than what we're used to. We've got some granola that we add in for crunch, and from here it's really what you like. A lot of folks I talk to, they prefer nuts over granola. So you could just do nuts. You could do a combination of nuts and granola. You're just looking at like about a tablespoon of each topping that you add in. A little bit of toasted coconut just to add in that more of that tropical taste. If you have some mint on hand, that's always a great refreshing taste on top. But that's it. This is the Sunrise Smoothie Bowl. And like I said, it looks so beautiful, pleasing to eat, which is a very important part of healthy eating, is that we're enjoying the taste of our food. But you can save some time by prepping the Sun Gold chia pudding base ahead of time on the weekend, and then serve it up those first few days of the week.
Awesome. Is there anywhere that we can find the recipe to that if we wanted to, or?
Yes, so at zesprikiwi.com, you can find that on their website, as well as some smoothie recipes as well, and some of the other ideas that I'll be showing you today.
Awesome. What about healthy lunchbox ideas? I'm always looking for something new, always.
Right.
Just to
So
mix it up, you know,
right.
so I don't get bored.
Exactly. And we all have lunch boxes, you know, but especially with kids, it's kind of like as a mom, I'm like, I'm sad if my kid's trying to change their lunchbox out with someone else. So what you really want to
Right?
do, exactly. I work so hard on your lunch.
I know.
So what you want to do is offer foods that are appealing to them and blend in nutrition. So if they like cheese sticks, Zest-Free Sun Gold is going to go great with that. Or maybe you're giving them cottage cheese in the lunchbox. Some diced up Sun Gold kiwi fruit goes great with that as well. Do a twist on their sandwich. So if they're kind of a PB&J type of kid, you can just replace the jelly, the J part, with slices of Zest-Free kiwi fruit. Another idea that I have is to make it kind of like a power lunchbox by really finding ways to boost in the vegetables. I love doing it with these pita pockets because I just find that it's easier to stuff more veggies in them than just between two slices of bread. Add their favorite lunch meat, the slices of the kiwi fruit, and then stuff it up with vegetables. And it's easy for you to do. It's easy for them to eat, but it delivers that 1-2 power punch with the fruit, the vegetables, the lean protein, and the whole grain in the pita pocket. And those are the things that you're looking for when you're looking at the different components to add in the lunchbox.
And what about after school snacks? I mean, obviously, you're probably busy too, running kids here and doing this. How do we give our kids something, you know, we feel good about and still make it everywhere on time?
Exactly.
You know?
Well, so again, with the after school snacks, like I was showing earlier, how easy it is to just cut and scoop it out. So you can cut it in half before you leave. And if you're picking them up and running them to soccer practice or whatever kind of after school curricular, they can scoop and eat it in the car. Pair that with a cheese stick or cottage cheese is super easy and convenient. If they're at home, you know, or if it's something you can make from home, you could try that smoothie idea that I mentioned. If they didn't get it for breakfast, that's a great one. But, you know, the kiwi fruit are really easy and portable to take with you. You could even pair the kiwi fruit with, say, nuts or trail mix, things like that. So that's one of the things people are, you know, they'll look at a kiwi fruit and say, well, how do I get in there? I just don't know. You know, they think about peeling it. You don't have to peel it at all. It could not be easier. You just cut it in half and then scoop out the good stuff.
Okay. And then what about, are there any superfoods that can help boost our kids' brain power for school? You know, they're back to school and
they need to learn, exactly, and you want them to learn and focus. So yeah, there are certain foods, and what you're looking for are foods that are going to give your kids lots of good energy, and also something called omega-3s, which is an essential fat our body doesn't make, and so we get it from the foods that we consume. So one of the things that you can do, as I mentioned, chia seeds earlier. That's part of that smoothie bowl. Chia seeds are a great ingredient to include in yogurts and smoothies, or in that smoothie bowl like I showed, because they contain omega-3 fats. Fish is also a brain food, again with the omega-3 fats. And what I like pairing with fish is like a kiwi fruit salsa. So I'm just showing a really simple salsa here, and it's just diced up kiwi fruit with some raisins. And you can make that ahead of time and serve it with any fish dish that you're serving with your kids. You can even send them to school with tuna fish that's been packed in olive oil and stir in the kiwi fruit salsa, and that's going to offer a delicious taste for them. The leftover salsa that you have, you can add it to the turkey burgers that you serve at night. You know, everyone loves hamburgers and they're super easy to put together. Try turkey burger, and with that beautiful pop of color, it also goes great against black rice, and that Sun Golds just really pop and stand out. And that could be a really delicious side dish that you could pull together really easily.
Okay. What about grocery shopping tips? Do you have any tips to help us shop smarter, especially with the kids?
Right. So, you know, for me, for shopping, I want to get in and out, and I don't want to break the bank. So one of the things that I'll do is I'll go in with a list so that I can stay focused on the list of the food and ingredients that I need. But I'll look around my pantry first. I'm looking to make sure I have lots of my family's favorite fruits and vegetables on hand. And I'll use that as a way to come up with meal ideas so that I don't waste food. when I'm at the store, I love sticking to my list and try not to kind of get wooed by other packaging and marketing that's out there. Sometimes the kind of best for you food doesn't really have a razzle dazzle package. You know, if you look at the Sun Golds and in the produce section, you know, they're just out there full of nutrients, really good for you, but they don't necessarily have, you know, the free prize inside. So that's an important tip too, is try to watch that sort of allure. You know, they'll put it at kids' eye level and say, Mommy, I want that. So just try to kind of stick to your list, and, you know, you could talk to them about the colors and maybe, you know, surprise your child about, look, this is gonna have a pretty yellow color inside, and, you know, let's do a taste test with it. And the kiwi fruit tastes like a cross between a strawberry and a mango, and so that could be fun to kind of see with your kids. You know, can they taste that hint of strawberry? Can they taste that tropical taste? And ask them, how would you like to include this in your meals? Because it can go with any breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack, and that kind of gets them more involved, and they're going to be happier to eat what you offer.
Okay. Do you have any favorite back-to-school foods that we might not know about?
Well, you know, several I mentioned earlier are some of my favorites, but just to kind of think of a few that I haven't mentioned yet. I love pairing, making really simple pairings. So like you could boil hard-boiled eggs on the weekend and then pair up a hard-boiled egg in a lunchbox, you know, with the Zespri kiwi fruit. The cheese sticks that I mentioned are a great idea. You know, I love doing this. Take your Greek yogurt. We all have Greek yogurt around. Blend a tablespoon of peanut butter. You can melt the peanut butter if you don't have if it's kind of thick on the thicker side, but you don't have to. And then stir that in with the Greek yogurt. That becomes a dip that's great for veggies. Like we know about kind of dips for fruit, but fruit is already naturally sweet, and especially for kids, they're not, you know, always jumping for joy at the vegetables, but especially veggies like celery and carrots. A yogurt peanut butter dip is delicious, and it's easy and fun for them to kind of get a, you know, a nutritious dip with a slightly sweet taste that goes great with those vegetables, and then you'll be happy because they're eating better.
Right. Well, my kids will love that. They like to dip everything, so it's definitely something that I'm going to try.
Yep.
That's pretty much all that I had. I appreciate all your answers. I got all kinds of great ideas for the kids' lunches and after-school snacks, and definitely going to try the kiwi.
Well, that's great. One thing I wanted to leave you with is to let you know that they are in season now, and they're not going to be around forever. So definitely pick them up in the grocery store. They're usually available through October, but the Sun Golds are really good and they can sell out quickly. So you want to look for that label, Zespri Sun Gold, and scoop it up.
Season? What's their typical, like, you know, what is their season? Is it from, you know, now to October? Is that, you know?
Yes, the typical season would be from June to October, but we're you know, we're seeing them in the stores now, and, you know, when they're gone, they're gone. So we're lucky to get them, and definitely you want to let your readers know to look for it in the store and scoop them up and include them anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right.
Well, thank you so much, Jen.
Well, thank you. You have a good day.
I will. You too.